The main struggle a lot of people have when trying to get in shape is how to get the best macros with each meal. In this video, I'm going to go through my 6 meals for the day and show you guys how I'm getting enough protein to meet my caloric needs and how I fill out other macros to round out my diet. It's going to be straight to the point, but keep in mind I'm in a bodybuilding prep right now, so you can adjust according to your caloric needs. Do not follow this exactly. Disclaimer, do not follow this exactly. I'm in a prep, so my diet might be a bit extreme for you guys who just want to get in shape. Not much further ado, let's get into it. I've assembled all the players. I have my eggs, break them. My egg whites, always shake your egg whites before you use them because they can't get settled at the bottom. So always shake them. I'm gonna weigh 250 grams. Okay, 250. Actually 251, but I'll take it. Extra protein for me. There are two key things I like to add in my eggs: onions and spinach. Spinach is one of the best veggies you can add to anything. Very healthy. I always cut them up and add them to my eggs. Then onions. Onions is good for a lot of reasons, but it's especially good for your eyesight. I'm 32 years old and I've never had the need to wear glasses. I think it's due to onions. I don't know, check. You can verify. I'm gonna chop up my onions and put it in my egg. Now it's time for the spinach. I like to grab a handful, like 2 handfuls I guess, and chop them up. I've become an expert at chopping spinach just because I use them every day. Now I've gotten used to it. Okay, our spinach is ready. Time to preheat our pan and season our eggs. My seasoning, I keep it simple. I only use 4 spices. Salt, just a sprinkle. Red pepper, the same thing. Cayenne pepper, throw some in there. Last but not the least, paprika for that extra pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? Not too much. And that's how I like to make my eggs. It always comes out nice and tasty every single time. I use a fork to beat my eggs. I'm not that fancy. A nice beating for at least 30 seconds to a minute. Yeah, I just do 30 seconds. Till the egg yolk is all dissolved and it looks something like this. Now it's ready. But the big mistake people make is setting their pan to high heat. Always set it to low heat and let the pan warm up gradually, otherwise you run the risk of burning your eggs. For oils, I use an avocado cooking spray, 0 calories. I do not use butter or oil. You just add unnecessary calories to our diet. We're trying to lose weight here, not gain weight, so cooking spray to the rescue. A light dash. That's it. That's all you need. After our pan has preheated for at least a minute, then you can add your eggs. Yep, it's good. Then we'll add our spinach. Then let's sit for 3 to 5 minutes till it's fine before I spin it over and our eggs will be ready. When it's time, you just check. If the underside is nice and golden brown, it's time to flip it over. So you just gently. Ooh! I'll give that a B+. That wasn't the best flip. Then let it cook for about a minute and it's done. Check. Golden brown on this side. Golden brown on this side. Our egg is done. Perfecto. Turn off the heat and now let's make our bagels. Half a bagel, not 1 full bagel. Now we're bringing our eggs. Now all that is left is to weigh out 100 grams of berries, 40 grams of raspberries, 30 grams of blueberries, and 30 grams of blackberries. $102 grams. I overshot it, but it's okay. And breakfast is served. 100 grams of berries, half a bagel, 2 whole eggs, and 250 grams of egg whites. I'll put the macro breakdown somewhere on the screen. And it's time to eat. Alright, it's time to dig in. I'll see you guys in 2 hours when it will be time to eat my second meal of the day. Alright, scram, let me eat. Okay, 2 hours have gone by. It's time for the second meal of the day. It's a very simple and straightforward meal. Just 150 grams of jasmine rice and 170 grams of 93.7 gram beef, or 6 ounces of 93.7 gram beef. So I have my jasmine rice and I have my ground beef. The ground beef we're using is 93.7 gram beef. As lean as possible, very lean ground beef. 93% protein, 7% fat. That's what we're using. The reason we're using very lean ground beef is that we're trying to reduce fat as much as possible and increase protein as much as possible to help us get leaner while retaining as much muscle as possible. So I just simply weigh out 150 grams of rice. I go 151, 1 gram will hot. Now weigh out 6 ounces or 170 grams of ground beef. 170.5. I'll take it. And that's basically it. I'll pop into the microwave for a minute, eat, and come back in 2 hours for the third meal of the day. See you guys then. Peace. So we're back for meal number 3. This time is jasmine rice, 170 grams of chicken breast, and 100 grams of vegetables. I like going with the mixed veggies. I love the frozen vegetable mix. Very good. You might be wondering why I'm using jasmine rice as my main carb source. It's because they are very highly glycemic and they get through your system very fast without making you bloated. They just go through your system. They are very easily digestible and they don't sit in your system. They just get absorbed, give you energy, and move through your system very quickly. So that's why jasmine rice is the carb of choice for this prep. And you also observe that each meal has a high protein content. We are aiming for at least 30 grams of protein in each and every meal because we are trying to retain as much muscle as possible while losing fat at the same time. So we have to keep our protein high throughout the prep. You know the drill. I'll just weigh them out, put them in microwave. And meal 4, which is our pre-workout meal, which is the meal I'll eat before I go to the gym, is coming up next. See you guys then. Okay, it's time for the pre-workout meal. I like to get my pre-workout meal at least 60 to 90 minutes before my workout. Today's workout is leg day with a focus on the hamstrings and on the glutes. And I'm also going to be hitting 2 back exercises as well. Time to introduce you guys to the players for this pre-workout meal. Throughout this prep, my pre-workout meal has remained the same. So, oatmeal, whey isolate, peanut butter, cinnamon, last but not the least, pink Himalayan salt. I go for about 1.5 serving of oatmeal, which is equal to 60 grams of oatmeal. So I'm going to weigh up my oatmeal. 60 grams on the dot. Put a little bit of water. Then I'm going to pop this in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't know how you prepare your oatmeal, but I like microwaving mine for 90 seconds. The sweet spot. Let's pop this in. 1, 2, 3. Now we wait. Our oatmeal is ready. Look how it looks. Perfection. Now we'll add the rest of the players. The first thing I like to add is our protein. 1 hefty scoop. Ooh. Ooh. And that wasn't big enough. I'm gonna add some a little more. That's good. Then I add my cinnamon. Just 2 or 3 dashes. That's enough. Then 5 twists. 5 twists of Himalayan pink salt. 5. This helps with the electrolyte balance and preventing cramps during your workout, especially now we're in the summer and we sweat a lot. So 5 twists. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 twists. Then last but not the least, the goat peanut butter. I'm using 20 grams of peanut butter, so we have to weigh our peanut butter. I'm gonna put the spoon and zero the spoon. Now we add our peanut butter. So 22 grams. I'm gonna take a little bit off and see. Yeah. 21, not quite. Hello. 20.5. I'll take that. I'll put our peanut butter in and mix it all up. If it seems a little dry, you can just add a little water and mix it up. Add a little water here. Spin. And we're all done. This is what it looks like. Yummy. It smells nice too. The cinnamon, the salt, the flavor, the peanut butter. A1. I'm gonna eat this. Then after 30 to 40 minutes, I'm gonna have my pre-workout, which I'll show you guys. This is my last workout of the week, and it's by far the hardest one because I'm doing a stiff-legged deadlift, I'm doing an LDL, and I'm doing the sit dead leg curls. My hamstrings and glutes will be on fire by the end of this workout. So I need every single calorie in this meal. It's gonna be needed, that's for sure. And on top of that, I have 45 minutes on the Stairmaster. I don't care how fit you are. I don't care how agile you are, the Stairmaster will humble you. I can run 10 miles, no easy. But that Stairmaster has me dying. I'm hanging on for dear life. I don't look forward to it at all. But that's what needs to be done, and it's gonna get done. That's how we roll. Okay, we're done with our pre-workout meal. I'm gonna chill out for about 30 minutes, take my pre-workout, and it's time to piss off to the gym. Woo! we made it back home. As you can see, it's now dark. We spent quite some time at the gym. I'm tired. The key thing you must keep in mind is that you should be high in proteins and carbohydrates. The protein is essential to kickstart the recovery and repair of your muscles that was broken down during your workout, while the carbohydrate is to replace your glycogen stores which were depleted during the workout. Also, carbohydrates have been shown to help in post-workout recovery, so always get them in. My protein of choice today is chicken breast, and I'm going to be having 170 grams of chicken breast. That's about 6 ounces. And my carb of choice is once again jasmine rice. My main carb source throughout this prep is going to be jasmine rice because it has a high glycemic index and it's broken down and digested fast, and it goes through your system fast, so you get hungry quicker. It doesn't just sit in your system, so that's why we're going with jasmine rice. Now let's weigh out our food. First up is the rice. For my post-workout meal, I'm going to have 200 grams of rice. Let's weigh it out. We have exactly 200 grams. 200 grams exactly. As you can see, it's not that much. Just to show you how much we overeat rice. This is 200 grams of rice. Next up is chicken. As you can see, I'm almost running out. I have to make another batch tomorrow. We need 170 grams. Let's weigh it. This is 171 grams of chicken breast. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then I'll show you guys the sauce I used to get this down. To complete my post-workout meal, I will also be having 50 grams of pineapple. As usual, weigh it out. Always weigh it out. A lot of people overestimate or underestimate the food they eat. Always weigh it out. Get a full scale. So 50 grams. Not a lot actually. This 55 grams of pineapple. Now it's time to eat. A lot of folks have asked me, especially at work, how I manage to eat this bland rice and chicken. And the secret is sriracha sauce. This has been a lifesaver, not just any sriracha sauce. The 0-calorie sriracha sauce. I don't know how the name is pronounced. I'm probably going to butcher this. Tung or sriracha. I don't know. But look for the sriracha sauce with the chicken logo on top. That's the one. Without this sauce, I honestly don't know how I've gotten through this prep. This is a lifesaver, and it's 0 calories to boot, and it tastes amazing. So I just pop it up. That was spray. Looks nice. I'll show you guys how it looks. This is how it looks. Looks nice. Well, it tastes even better. And this is how I've been able to eat throughout this prep. Sriracha sauce, can't recommend it enough. Now you guys know the secret. It's time for me to chow down. Meal number 5, going down the hatch. See you guys in about 2 hours for my final meal of the day, the 6th and final meal. And that'll be all for my food day of eating for this prep. Time to eat. Something that I see people worry about way too much is the anabolic window. And they erroneously believe that if they don't get their meal in, immediately they are done working out, they are going to lose their gains. That is false. You can get your meals after working out anywhere between an hour to 3 hours is fine. For me, I like to get my post-workout meal in at least 90 minutes after working out, not beyond 90 minutes, just to be on the safe side. So if you're worried you're going to lose your gains if you don't eat immediately after working out, don't sweat it. Take your time, get home, chillax, eat. Your gains are not going anywhere. Chill out. Finally, we've made it to the last meal of the day, the 6th and final meal. For our last meal, we're just having 6 ounces or 170 grams of ground beef and 100 grams of vegetable of your choice. Today, I'm going with broccoli. You guys already know how it goes by now. I'm going to have my ground beef, weigh out my broccoli, and show you guys how it looks. And this is how it looks, the last meal of the day. 170 grams or 6 ounces of ground beef, 100 grams of broccoli. And that's my full day of eating. Made it to the end. It's time to down this bad boy and call it a night. Thank you guys for watching to the end. I appreciate the support. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll still be on track to meet my target and get on stage bone shredded. Until next time, you guys stay safe. Peace.